pleased to have the opportunity to be here to show my works here in the gallery.
我记得卡夫卡说过一句话，他说艺术是一把波峰的斧头。
I remember that Kafka once said, art is an axe to break the ice.
他展开了人与人之间内心动机的运动。
And it broke the frozen sea of people's inner heart.
我不懂English.
I don't know English.
但是我的艺术可以参透地域、参透时间、参透文化。
But my works can go through regions, can go through different people, and
就参透世界、参透地域、参透文化、
and go through the cultures, and even go through people's hearts.
它就是把我的整个内心境界所反映出来的艺术作品，跟大家有沟通的机会。
It's an opportunity for me to share my thoughts with you through these paintings.
我在这儿要非常感谢西印度洋大学。
I would like to extend my thanks to the University of West Indies here.
感谢孔子学院。
Also thanks to Confucius Institute.
没有他们的帮助跟支持，我没有这个200加这个国家，这是我想象当中的国家。
Without them, I couldn't believe I could come to Jamaica, such a beautiful country here.
今天我站在这儿，能够办举行这样的画展，我感觉非常高兴。
So today I have the opportunity to stand here. I'm very pleased.
感谢卢喜，爸爸卢喜。
So thanks goes to Madam Lu.
感谢胡老师，感谢孔子学院的所有的人帮助。
And also thanks all the people in Confucius Institute who give me a lot of help.
甚至于我这儿保护那个一些做镜框的帮我布展的人。
And also those who work for the framing of my works here.
我觉得我最要感谢的一个人，这个人是我的一个同学，也是我最好的一个朋友。
And most sincere thanks goes to my friend and also my schoolmate and the best friend.
如果没有他的出镜，我不可能在这儿能举办这样的画展，能有这么多的朋友来看我。
Without his promotion, I can't believe I have the opportunity here to have so many audience here to come to for the exhibition.
这个人就是山海子，
So this one is Shanghai friend. So Shanghai, my explanation. Chinese. Excuse me. So this another name that is as a painter. That is the Chinese Shanghai. That is English means child of the mountains.
感谢大家。
Thank you all.
非常感谢。
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Du. Now, Courtney will open the show for us. He will tell us more on Professor Du, and welcome.
I'm told that this is still a bit high. This is the tree of the emancipated, the earth tree, the cloud tree, the bread tree, the arrow tree, the fist tree, the fire tree. The stormy weather of our nocturnal epoch floods it, but its mast balances the arena of its might. At times, the branches broken by wrath fall again, and the foreboding ash covers its ancient majesty, just as it survived times past. So too, it rose from agony onto the secret hand, countless arms, the people preserved the fragments, hid in variable trunks, and their lips were the leaves of the immense divided tree, disseminated everywhere, walking with its roots. Pablo Neruda. It is not easy to be a child of 5,000 years of perpetual history, peopled with those considered to have achieved the acme of excellence in individual pursuits. For one either stands on the very broad shoulders of one's ancestors or face the peril of being overshadowed in every guise. Do Juemin, in order to gaze upon the visage of said ancestors, chose to stand on those upbearing shoulders. The Chinese earth that spawned him, and so many others before, laced with bittersweet emotions, yields sustenance to that deep pursuit of spiritual enlightenment. Of those visages, Du Juemin chose, in his formative years, to gaze upon are Juda, that revolutionary Ming Dynasty painter, also known as Bada Shanren, Zhou Sisong, outstanding female artist of New China, still unsurpassed since her death in 1996, Pan Tianzhou, who was an undoubted leader of the Zhejiang School of Chinese painting, and whose legacy reads like a tome of artistic achievement, among others. It was in front of Bada Shanren's painting that Du Juemin stood for 3 hours as a student, trying to penetrate the character of this consummate master as expressed in ink on paper. Outside of China, there are several artists that Du Juemin admired in his formative years. Among them are Catholic Hollowitz, whose images seared the horror and brutality of war and suffering into our consciousness, as well as Oswaldo Guayasamín, who with artistic eloquence sought to raise his hapless people up from the dust of exploitation, and who still stands at the pinnacle of Latin American artistic life. Yet the influences that converge to create this artist and individual that Du Juemin is today are wide and varied. As one who demonstrates a polymathic interest in several aspects of life, he possesses an insatiable curiosity and is widely read in several areas of knowledge. Keenly observant of life, Du Juemin is forever questioning our journey as individuals and nations, our political, religious, and ideological allegiances, or obedience to systems that may not always be meant for our full and complete liberation. This passion for truth, justice, and equality is nowhere more evident than in that scroll which extends for 18 meters at 1.8 meters in height. Painted for his master's degree from the Guangzhou Academy of Fine Arts, Ancient Traces, which could not be included in this show, draws on the experiences of living with the Yi people in the mountains of Sichuan province for half a year. Considered his magnum opus, this work penetrates into the core flesh of the human heart, drawing out into the living light of day, pain, suffering, hopelessness. Above all, it narrates the universal story of man's resilience in the face of insurmountable hardship, positing hope as a sole oasis in an otherwise parched existence. Du Juemin holds a doctorate degree in classical Chinese painting from the Central Academy of Fine Arts in Beijing, where he now lectures. He had the good fortune of being my classmate under the professorship of Li Shaowen, himself a contemporary master of the classical school. It was through his association with one boy from the hills of Clarendon that this whole effort has been realized. The artist needs to be in possession of good technique, but technique in itself is worthless. Added to technique must be thought. The marriage of technique technique and thought are insufficient. To this must be added learning, that never-ending pursuit of knowledge, to be consumed, digested, and made one's own. Yet, technique, thought, and the pursuit of knowledge are still not enough. Any serious artist must add to this cultivation of the self, both in spiritual and cultural terms. This spiritual and cultural cultivation shall yield to an elevated expression in artistic terms, going beyond any mere surface touched by such an artist's vision. This is the philosophy through which Juemin approaches his art, and whereby he constantly distills that visual language of classical Chinese painting into an ever purer, more rigorous fragment of his soul self, his second flesh. He is unceasing, despite trends, commercialism, and fame. The Confucius Institute at the University of the West Indies is pleased that Juemin, Lao Du, my old friend, accepted our invitation to be in Jamaica at this time. I am pleased to declare this exhibition open. Thank you.
Thank you, Courtney. And as he says, the exhibition is open. Welcome, all viewers.